Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another Alliance War video. This is number 4 of season 21, and 4 Loki's facing off against the Matrix. So today, got a bit of a different team. We're bringing Sunspot to Alliance War. I've never brought this guy to Alliance War a single time before. And we have a Mole Man up here first. Skill Corvus on path number 2, my least favorite path for section 1. I'm really not a fan of this path. I was just taking a look at his abilities again, just to re-familiarize myself with them. I was trying to see when he's going to shrug off debuffs. And, when he shrugs them off, when he purifies them, that'll actually be good for Sunspot, because then I get the charges back. So that's a good thing. I was thinking Sunspot was going to be pretty good for this fight. But the problem is, with the power gain, the only way I get a bar of power is if I push him to a bar of power. And if he uses his bar of power, I lose my bar of power. Now, because I'm not throwing a special, he's getting all these Furies, which is not good. So here I get off the special attack, does some decent damage, and then right here I parry, he shrugs it off. Right here I parry again, I see that he doesn't shrug it off, and I go for a medium, and then just the Sunspot in my brain is like, oh, after you parry, you can medium, and then you can heavy. And it's like, well, not in Alliance War, you idiot. Not when they have Limber, not when you waited 2 seconds to see if he shrug off the debuff. So I died a stupid death to Mole Man with Sunspot. So just, oh my god, I felt so stupid after that, man. Like, it's the first time I ever brought Sunspot to war and I died with him. And then here I'm about to make another stupid mistake. So I'm like super flustered at this point. I want to put on a regen boost, and I accidentally activate a power start 1 boost. I'm like, no, that's not the right one. And then I replace it. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't have done that. A power start 1 actually might have been good here, because then I could have got to an L2 quicker and just killed him. And I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. So I just wasted a boost for nothing. And I'm so like flustered right now. And I'm just pissed off now. Like, oh, there's the second death of this season. That's great. And yeah, just mad and annoyed. And I just need to get to my special 2. And if I can get to that, I'm sure it'll kill him, because we'll get a prowess. And yeah, I was thinking about using a mutant boost too before I did this fight. I should have just done that. I just got to a special 2, dropped it, gotten back to another special 2. Wait, do the mutant boosts work on this path? I'm actually not sure, because of the node. Maybe that's why I didn't use one actually. But we got to the special 2 and it just destroyed him. If I could have just gotten that special 2 in the first fight and it crit like that, he would have been dead. But no, I have to start charging a heavy attack like an idiot. And he crit all 3 times, because, Mole Man is the skill Corvus. So, those guaranteed crits. And I got wrecked, man. Mole Man, he's not to be trifled with on offense or defense, dude. He's crazy. Mole Man's crazy. But now we can put Sunspot away for good for the rest of this war. Not to say I wouldn't bring him again in the future, because he did good. It was just me. That was totally my fault. No one else's but my own fault there. But using Human Torch is just who I am. One of the champions I'm just most comfortable with in this entire game. So yeah, if I can use Human Torch, man, that's great. So we have Ebony Maw here, and yeah, this guy is going down really fast. No worries at all. Love Human Torch for Ebony Maw, because when the Falter gets on you, it's basically free willpower healing as long as you're above 10 temperature, which is so easy to do against Mystic champions. Literally 2 blocked hits are 10 temperature. So yeah. And then next up here we have a long shot. So I fought Mojo on this node a couple of times, but I think they changed this node actually. I don't see the Power Focus 1 anymore. I could have swore it was on this node before when I fought Mojo here. But so a long shot here, I was a little bit worried, but we activated the pre-fight ability. And yeah, we're just going to keep doing these 3-hit combos, or, throwing the occasional heavy attack. Basically, with Human Torch, just every single one of your hits, you want them to be applying an Incinerate. That's the whole point with Human Torch. That's why I never do like full 5-hit combos, unless I'm like trying to get spacing or something like that. But yeah, I just want every hit to count, every hit to apply an Incinerate. And with the pre-fight ability, every single hit applies a Nova Flame and a Power Sting. So it's just going to punish him for using his special attacks, which is great. And the special 2 applies a nice little stun debuff, so we can get in a couple more Incinerates. And yeah, here he's just on those special 1s. I'm just going to block them because I can, and it's not doing that much damage. And yeah, so long shot goes down there. easy fight. I don't know what I was worried about. So yeah, all the Human Torch fights went great. It's just that Sunspot fight, it didn't go too well. And then we get into section 2. And I asked him, like, yo, do I have any mini bosses? And Taters was doing his incursion stream, and he's like, no, you're good. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I went ahead, boosted up, and I just wanted to finish my path for the night. You know, when I die in war, I want to get all my fights done and just be done with it for the day. You know, so we're bringing in Sorcerer Supreme, so we're on path 2 again for section 2 now, and we got a Captain Marvel and then a Domino. So I was a little bit worried. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of these paths with the whole strike counter stuff, and you gotta throw a special and all. I don't know. I don't like the mechanics of this node personally. But yeah, Sorcerer Supreme has her own passive power gain, so that's kind of helping. And with the power steal phase, we're also stealing some of her power on our hits, so that's nice. And yeah, Sorcerer Supreme actually just, she hits hard, especially as a rank 3 and with some boosts on, So yeah, we destroy that Captain Marvel, finished the fight with a full yellow bar. That fight went great, but it was really the next fight that I was actually quite worried about. I was debating bringing a different champion for this Domino, because she looked kind of scary on this node, because there's stung once, twice shy, so I'm not going to be able to throw my specials as soon as I get it, because there'll be a power sting. And I've been tripped up by that node so many times in content where it didn't really matter, but in Alliance War it really does matter, so I better not throw a special when I have that on me, so I need to be very careful. So yeah, and I was just kind of worried about getting my specials, throwing them and everything. But Sorcerer Supreme actually has increased ability accuracy with her signature ability, so that helps to counteract Domino's failure abilities, so she fails a bit less, which is really great. So here I activate the regen. That was intentional, that was on purpose. I really wanted to get that regen up, and here you see I'm going to get another one going, because now I'm just going to block. I am just going to hold and cower behind my block. That's the plan at this point, man. We block her specials, we can bait heavy attacks by taking block damage. So here I'm just waiting so I can get that regen up again. I want to have that regen up for this entire fight, man. I also have a slow on her, which is nice, so she won't be able to evade as long as that's on her, but it's really all about that regeneration, man. If I just have that regen, I can just chill. I can take pretty much as much block damage as I want, and you can see it's not even phasing me, man. Not phasing me at all. And then drop a big special 2 right here, which is great. I also have on a Mystic boost, so that's helping me get some power back. But we activate more of those passive regens, and again, you can just see how safe this is, man. We're just chilling, we're just blocking. The block damage doesn't hurt. We're at a full yellow bar still, and everything is going great at this point. I want to get to my special 3, but I have that power sting on me, so just going to wait out that timer, and then we're going to drop the special 3. We got the Fury active, and this should just kill her. This should just kill her, because Sorcerer Supreme's L3 hits like a truck, man. It hits super hard. So yeah, this is going to straight up execute that down now. It probably would have killed her if she had like 40% health, maybe too. Maybe, yeah, I have no idea how much damage that was, but it was a strong L3. So yeah, that fight went great. Sorcerer Supreme, man, she has been so good for me in Alliance War. I have not died with her yet. She's been so reliable. And then it turns out, actually, I do have one more mini boss fight here. That we was originally planning for a Guillotine 2099, I think, but the attack on her was too high for the rage, I guess. So the Taters asked me if I could take this with Torch, and I was like, wait, a Hit Monkey who's a hard defender already, with Human Torch, with class disadvantage, without my pre-fight, and without any way to really gain temperature or smolder. But I mean, we didn't really have another good option, so I was like, all right, let's do it. Sounds like fun. Let's give it a try. So pretty much just 3-hit combos. That's all I'm going to do. And you'll see here in this fight, I'm actually going to throw my special 1 into his block to build up some smolders, because that's really the only way I can build smolders on this fight. I don't want to use L2s or L3s, because I don't want to give him any of the Rage Furies. We fought an Emma Frost on this node last time, and I wasn't doing this with my special ones, and I could have been. Just when I play Human Torch, man, I never throw my L1s. I never do it unless it's for like unless I need to just dump my power or something. I usually never throw my special 1, and it's just because it doesn't really do damage, it doesn't really do anything for you except you can build a smolder if you throw it into their block. There's a lot of distance on it, so it's safe to do as long as you get that spacing correctly. It's very safe. You'll never get punished unless they're like unstoppable or something and they just run at you through the flames. But yeah, so it is pretty safe to do. But here I get pushed to my special 2, unfortunately. So I'm like, all right, we built up a couple of smolders. We'll take it. I do not want to push this guy to his L2 because it'll do a lot of block damage and I can't evade any of that. I also don't want to use a heavy attack because if I do that, I'll build temperature, but I'll also knock him down. And if I knock him down, he can purify stun, he can purify other debuffs, and he can also evade. And yeah, if this guy hits me, man, it's going to be like Mole Man all over again. This is another skill Corvus here, and I'll be dead if this guy hits me, dude. His attack is going to be ridiculous, and it's going to crit for sure. So already died to skill Corvus once this war. Don't feel like doing it again. So yeah, we're just going to keep rinsing these 3-hit combos and just, yeah, keep baiting the L1. Take the blocked hit occasionally. That's fine. It's not doing too much damage. But that's really why I can't give him any of those Rage Furies, because then it'd be doing a lot more damage through my block. You can see we're already at 50% health just from pretty much block damage. So, and parry damage. A lot of those were parries too. So yeah, it really does add up. Here I just use my special 3 just to confirm the kill. I don't want to risk anything here. And we take him down. So yeah, there's Hit Monkey down with Human Torch. You can see even in like super unideal circumstances, Human Torch can still do stuff, man. We had like no way to really gain Smolder from that fight, aside from our own abilities, like using Special 1, Special 2, or Special 3. We had no increase to our temperature that entire fight. We had a class disadvantage, but still, we got through that fight, So yeah, aside from that one little slip up against Mole Man, it was a great war. But yeah, the slip up happened. So we against Matrix, we ended up losing to them. So that's 3 losses so far and only 1 win this season. And used 6 items this war because I was reviving Sunspot. That took a lot of items. And now we have 2 deaths. So we're 21 kills, 2 deaths. And yeah, still 7th in BG3. So not the start of the season I was looking for. Next war is a pretty good one. I get assigned a lot of fights, even the final war boss. So I suggest you guys check out the next war. It's a pretty good one. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you guys thought. What'd you think of the death to skill Corvus? Don't mess with Mole Man. I told you guys. But that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more Alliance War content. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.